A pivot table is a way to helping us rearrange the given data in a certain way, so it shows some kind of summarize or subtotals in a nice way. You can check that on in task 4.2 in our lecture note. But to get that pivot table, please try to see check this way. Okay, first let's go back to this worksheet and select any cell in the given table that we want to get the pivot table. And this, to get the pivot table, we need to go to insert, and one of the choice in table group is pivot table. Then click it. Then it shows this create a pivot table dialog box in here, and it's already select this table array like that by automatically, so you don't need to touch anything here. And we want to make a new worksheet for that pivot table, so we just select that way, so we don't want to touch anything here. So all we need is just click OK. Then as you can see here, it produced a new worksheet and with this pivot table field list task pane. And that part is just kind of explanation how it works. Now let's assume we want to use the same information like reason and sales representative to make our pivot table. So let's select that too. Now whenever you're selecting it, you can see this worksheet shows that choice. So because we choose reason, it shows that 5 choices in the reason. But it doesn't make any table because we only choose one here. So let's choose another one. Then it shows all the possible such cases, right? For each reason, you choose sales representatives names in there. And look at here, it appears two the choices in the row table because it shows all this information is on the same column, right, as a row. So to make a kind of nice rectangular table, let's say we want to change reason to column. Then now you see what you're going to get, right? Each column is assigned to reason, right? And for each column, the rows are the names for the sales representative. And at the same time, you can see these new tabs appears right here in the ribbon, and that's pivot table tools, and it appears whenever you start working with a pivot table. And it has two options, right? Options and design. Okay, so but it doesn't show any information yet because we didn't choose what information you want to get for each cell in this table. So let's say how about sales. Then now each cell shows, okay, what each individual got how much in each reason. So that is our kind of subtotal. So if you compare with the previous information, you can check you got the same number as a subtotal. But in this way, it's much easier, right, and convenient to see and compare each data in there. Okay, now let's click this X to close this field list. And let's handle some formats in this table. Then right click on this A3, which is the title of this whole pivot table, and go to value field settings. Then it shows another dialog box, and of course you can change the title of this pivot table, and you can also change these values in each cell. Instead of sum, you can choose something else here. Okay, but let's change the number formats there. So when you click this one, it opens another dialog box, and you are familiar with this, right? So you can choose any number formats here, but this is currency, so let's just choose currency with dollar sign, and decimal place is second. Okay, so I think it's good. Then click OK and click OK too. Then all these numbers looks like it's a currency notation, and you can also arrange the size of each column like that. If it's not good, maybe you can just increase that part only, because that is the grand total. Okay, so this is how we got a pivot table from just any general table.